Hey guys, Gorgeous Plus, and if you listen closely, you'll be able to hear the whooping that Georgia's putting on Tennessee Tech. I think eventually we'll start doing something for my game reviews. I think just going over the ESPN stats just isn't as interesting as some other potential things I could do. Maybe show my face some more, do something like that. I just don't think just simply going on ESPN and reading stats out is just the best way to do it. Of course, I do different types of videos and game reviews, but specifically game reviews are fake. There's going to be a change coming for that very soon, so stay tuned. But I did watch the Oklahoma State, or at least a good amount of the Oklahoma State versus Arkansas game. Watched the first half and the fourth quarter, and some of the third quarter too. Like it wasn't the entire game because of course Georgia started playing, but I definitely think I watched enough of the game to give my opinion on the outcome. So if you don't know, Andrew Armstrong, aka Drew Bands, one on Twitter and Twitch, is the reason that I have College Football 25. So I've been paying a little bit of attention to Arkansas football this year. And this week they played number 16 ranked Oklahoma State. And since I couldn't pay attention to Texas and Michigan, this was the second best option for me. Now Arkansas came out to a quick lead of 14-0 for Oklahoma State, and even when they started fighting back, they still scored again and made it 21-7 at halftime. Of course, I take one look away, and then boom, Oklahoma State's back in the game, up by 3. But Taylor Green and the rest of the Arkansas offense are able to come back and hit a game-tying field goal to bring us into overtime. In first OT, both teams missed a field goal to send them to second overtime. But then after Oklahoma State scored and converted their 2-point conversion, Arkansas was shut down with a pretty boring run up the middle on 4th and 1 to give Oklahoma State the win. Now, there's a thing that I used to have problems with Georgia doing, actually. Like, you could tell basically based off of what receivers they have on the field, and if Brock Bowers or Darnell Washington was on the field, if you could easily tell if they were going to run the ball or not. There's also a problem with the Falcons, too, to be fair. Like, last year, you could tell if Pitts and John Smith weren't on the field. If we had our third-string tight end on the field, obviously we were going to run the ball. Same with Matt Collins. If Matt Collins was on the field, we were running the ball a lot more than we were throwing. But the thing is, they had this, I don't know who number 88 or whoever he was. I don't know who he was, but clearly their number 1 and number 2 options, Tyrone Broden and Andrew Armstrong, weren't on the field. So obviously Arkansas was going to run the ball. Oklahoma State recognized this and stuffed them. And that led to them getting their second win of the season and moving up to 2-0. Last week they defeated South Dakota State. Not a beautiful victory. So you could have definitely picked Arkansas to get the upset, and you would have been close. Oklahoma State has to play Tulsa, which should be a win, and then a tough game. 2 tough games against Utah and Kansas State, both ranked opponents, both undefeated to this point. Arkansas has a tough SEC schedule, but they should be fine at least for this next week as they play UAB. But then they have a real tough stretch. They could definitely lose to Auburn, Texas A&M, Tennessee, and LSU. It's going to be a tough schedule for them. But my boy Armstrong did end up getting 164 yards to end the game. Green did a good job of getting it to his top guys. Bowden with 66 yards. The running back dominated Jaquindon Jackson, but he did get injured near the end of the game, which may have affected this game because he just couldn't stay on the field. 24 carries, 149 yards, 3 touchdowns is an excellent stat line. The turnover is also a huge problem for Arkansas. I remember the pick 6 was Oklahoma State's first score overall. That was really bad. 3 fumbles, 2 loss for Arkansas. Just, you got to play mistake-free football against ranked teams, and that's not what they did there. Ollie Gordon wasn't that great. Kind of like how Donovan Vanette was just pretty bad in week 1. I don't know how he did in week 2, but week 1 he was not very good. Ollie Gordon got a lot less carries today and a lot less yards per carry. But they still ended up getting the victory. Neither QB played excellent, as you can see. But the simple thing is, less turnovers on Oklahoma State's side and a game-winning touchdown and then a great stop. It's tough to beat ranked opponents, and when you have 3 more turnovers than them, it's probably not going to happen. Good fighting. Love to see Armstrong play for the first time. I'll be here for Georgia game review too. It'll be way quicker than even this because there's not going to be much to say after this game is over. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Stay tuned for a change to the game reviews as Georgia is driving down the field on Tennessee Tech up 38-0. See you guys next time. Adios.